Good morning, students. I hope all of you are well. Today we will continue the chapter that is Advanced GIMP Tools. Uh, Last day we have done practical using brushes. So today we will do that how you will create a new layer, okay, and that suppose multiple, if you will create the multiple layers, then how will you move that layers. So today we will see that creating and moving the layers, okay. So I hope all of you are safe at your home. Let's start the chapter. Okay, so in practical we will see working with layers. Layers means what? These are like sheets on an image. So here you can work on one part of an image without affecting the other parts with the help of these layers. Okay, so suppose you want to edit the image of a flower, then you want to work on the petals and stem of the flower. So for this you need to create the two layers, first a stem and then petals. Okay, so suppose you want to edit anything in stem, then you can do through the stem layer, and then you if you want to do in flower part, then you click on the, you open the flower layer, and then you can whatever you need to create, that you can do, what you want to change or edit, that you can do. Okay, so today we will see how to create a new layer. So for this, first you have to, on the layer dialog box, you can see here file, edit, select, view, image, layer. So you can create multiple layers, okay, according to your requirement, according to your desire. And for that you have to give a name to any new layer. Whatever layer you are creating, for that you have to give the name. Okay, so first you have to click on the, here you can see file and new. This one will create a new file. You have to create a layer, so you go to the layer and then click on the new layer. Okay, so when you will click over here, first you have to insert the picture actually. First you go to the file and then you first create a new file, and then you can create a new layer. So first you create the new file. What size you want, you just put it here. I am not changing, you just clicking on OK. Okay, so this size will come by default. Now you have to click on the layer and then new layer. Okay, this thing will come. I think all of you can see. So when this is for creating a new layer, so you have to give here the layer name. You can see here. So if you want to insert the flower or stem, whatever you want, you can insert here. Okay, so first create a new layer dialog box will open. Okay, then click on the layer name box, and here you give the according to your requirement, your desired name, you put it here. Okay, now here in the width and height box you can change it. Okay, I am not changing because this layer I have selected, this file I have selected, that is the default size, so I am keeping it here also, default size. Okay, now under layer fill type, here you can see fill width. So transparency, then offset X, offset Y. So here you can see different colors, foreground, background, white, transparency, pattern, which type of thing you want to fill that layer, that you can change from here. So I am keeping it here by default transparency. Okay, now click on OK. So when you will click on OK, then this layer will create. So this is the way how will you create a layer. This one is petal layer, stem layer, because you have given the name layer, stem, that's why it will create a stem layer. Here you can see, okay, because this thing is selected, this one is paper, last day we have done that, so that's why it's coming like this. Is it clear? Okay, so in this way you can create a layer. Again I am showing you this one. You can see here, this is a layer dialog box. Here you can see this dialog, this is a stem dialog, a stem layer. Okay, and this one is background layer, because first we have created background and then we have created the stem layer. Now suppose a new layer we are creating, then again you go to the layer, new layer. Okay, now you give suppose any other name, like flower suppose you are giving. Okay, layer name is flower. Now you transparency, if you want to do this fill with transparency, then it's okay. Otherwise if you can do any other thing, then you can do from here. So suppose pattern, then click on OK. So this thing will come. So I think okay, it's, let it be. So now next thing, this one is a petal flower layer. Okay, so here you can see these three layers: flower layer, stem layer. When you will click on this stem layer, then this, you have to double click on that. So this thing, edit layer attribute, here you can change whatever you want. Okay, so you can do it, and then click on OK. So it will fill with this. I'm closing it. Now suppose first layer is flower, second layer stem, and third layer is background. Now suppose you want to see the stem layer, then you have to, here you can see the arrow, this thing, you have to click here. So then stem comes to the down of the background. Now if you want to up, if you will click on the up, if you want to move this upwards, then first layer, then this thing you can do. So here you can see on the flower layer, you can see the stems. Okay, so in this way you can move the layers also from here. This is up arrow and down arrow. So this arrow will move the layer to the bottom of the layer, and this one will move this layer to the top of the layer stack. Okay, so this is the way how will you create multiple layers, and you can draw the pictures on the layer. I hope all of you understood this. So next is creating layer group. Okay, so that thing we will see on next day. This multiple layers you create your, suppose in your book that is created mountain and sun. So first you create the mountain or sun, anything, two layer you have to create, mountain and sun. Here you can see mountain and sun. So first you create two layers, and then you have to move the sun layer up to the bottom mountain. Then background, that mountain will come and sun will come in front of the mountain. So try to do this. I hope all of you can do, and if you have any problem, then you tell me, I will show you. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.